Hey Taurus, today is Tuesday. It is October 20th, 2020, and this is your celestial weather update for this week. Taurus, your ruler, Venus, has this feeling a little bit like she feels like she is stuck in the mud in Virgo. And as your ruler, who's representing you for me in this story here, as you are stuck in the mud and hanging out in Virgo, you actually have the opportunity to learn some new ways of going about things, and specifically new ways for how you may show up within a dynamic in love. I was getting this feeling like there may be a Libra in your life who has something to share with you. I don't know if the Libra is your partner or just someone important, maybe older than you, who actually has a life story that you could observe and really learn some lessons through that person's lived experience so that you don't have to learn the lesson the hard way. And typically, to me, it feels like you're not connecting with that the way that you usually do things is the fucking hard way, but it is. And there are possibilities here to lean into. There is growth available, but only if you get out of your comfort zone and if you truly begin behaving differently than you have all along. The way that you do things is not continuing to do things the way that you always have. That is not a growth point. And if you want something to be different in your romantic life, you need to get out of your comfort zone. The way that you have been staying within your own specific way of doing things and thinking is in fact keeping you limited. There's an opportunity to up level, okay? Doing things, keeping you feeling comfortable will keep you exactly where you are. And for many of you, where you are is stuck. Money. I see lived experiences of your own bringing attention to how much you value your network. Whether it is a social or work network, it could also be in the absence of such a network that you realize how much value in that there could be for you. Review your spending habits through a wide lens and create some balance here. So taking a look at the significant purchases that you've made throughout your life and consider when and if splurges are actually worth it. To me, it feels like right now is not the time to splurge. So if there are any luxury goods that are calling your name, tell them to come after you a little bit later. Now is not the time for that. If there isn't room in your budget in terms of like accessible cash that is not needed for any of the needs that you're trying to meet or any of the goals that you have, luxury splurges are totally off the table, okay? They can only really be good for you if they fit perfectly into your budget and they don't harm you in any other way. And that is the vibe right now. Now is not the kind of time that, let me just say this, it won't be a harmonious experience if you make the decision to purchase a luxury good on a credit card that you figure you'll pay off later after business picks up or something. That's the kind of mindset that would be really harmful. In health, get some sunshine while you can. In the Pacific Northwest, we're about to enter the rainy season. Get outside, and I'm specifically seeing this really lovely image of you just with your face in the sun and the sunlight shining on your face, and I love it so much. The regulations in response to COVID-19 likely had an impact on your daily routines, like for many of us. But the invitation here is, what can you bring back to support your health right now that worked for you in the before time? I started hearing Taste the Rainbow, and it was not in reference to Skittles. It was asking for you to ensure that what's on your plate is colorful and attractive. It'll be attractive when it's colorful. You'll be eating plentiful fruits and veggies. If you've been on a strict diet and you're not feeling good, so if you're feeling fantastic, please disregard this message. But if there is part of you that is feeling out of balance or yucky, even emotionally, not just physically, then please consider bringing balance back to your plate. And the same is true for if you've been eating a lot of garbage, okay? So that's bring balance back to health, either from strictly eating health foods or strictly eating garbage. Current events. So far, you've been largely unscathed by the current events, but you are ultimately an important player in the revolution. Change is coming, and it's specifically changing you. All right, so part of what I was saying earlier in the sort of love portion of the reading can contribute to the changes here, because changing Taurus is an example of how we will all be changing. You have a lot figured out already, and you're doing great in many ways, but by 2025, many of you won't recognize yourselves. You will have changed so much. And for some, the metamorphosis will be clear to those who are watching you by 2023. With regard to creativity, if you're mid-project, find a good editor or someone who offers feedback to help you with refinement and making a better product. You may have an opportunity to share your creativity through publishing or production. And with regard to any project, new or old, please focus on integrity, alignment, and refinement. You got this, baby. Bye-bye.